Very good evening to everyone. Let us start with today's session, day 2, session 1, topic Gen AI in today's life. Let me give the brief introduction about today's resource person, Professor Poornima Suresh. Ma'am, it's my honor to introduce Poornima Suresh, a highly accomplished senior principal engineer and team lead at Progress Software, based in Bengaluru, India. Poornima ma'am has over 17 plus years of extensive experience in software engineering, database management, and team leadership. She has held key positions at top organizations, including Oracle, where she contributed as a principal member of technical staff, and Wipro Technologies as a senior software engineer. Her expertise spans Java programming, Oracle databases, and leading high performance engineering teams to successfully deliver complex software projects. Ma'am's dedication to excellence and innovation in software development has made her a respected professional in the industry. Her remarkable journey exemplifies technical brilliance combined with strong leadership and mentorship. Ma'am, we are very much privileged to have you here, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anita.
Ma'am, you
Good
can
evening.
share your screen, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. I'm visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. Both audio and video is visible.
Yeah, sure. Hope everyone able to see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to address such a distinguished audience at this faculty development program. As an alumni of KIT and having worked here for a couple of years, I'm especially pleased to reconnect with many esteemed colleagues today. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for providing this exceptional platform to explore such a transformative technology. The careful planning, seamless coordination, and attention to detail ensured a highly engaging and insightful experience for all participants. A special appreciation goes to Dr. Anita and Dr. Sanjay, whose inspiring the leadership and visionary guidance were truly instrumental in bringing this event to life. Their commitment and meticulous efforts is organizing such a meaningful session here have deeply impressed me. I'm sincerely thankful for the opportunity to be invited and to contribute to this thoughtful event, which has undoubtedly sparked valuable discussions and knowledge sharing. To begin with, imagine
Thank
a
you very much,
future.
ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Welcome, Anita. To begin with, imagine a future where technology evolves from a mere tool to an active partner in creativity, decision making, innovation. That future is already upon us, driven by advances in Gen AI, which is reshaping the education, research, and professional practice. Among the many innovations we hear about, one that has captured the imagination of the world is generative AI. Until recently, AI was something many of us associated only with the science fiction, but today it is woven into our daily lives so seamlessly that we sometimes forget we are interacting with it. Think about the way we use our smartphones. When we type a sentence and the keyboard predicts the next few words, or when we ask a virtual assistant to play a song, set an alarm, or even translate a phrase into another language, that's AI at work. When we upload a photograph and the platform improves its quality, adjusts the lighting, or even creates a new image, we are witnessing the creative power of Gen AI. Gen AI is not just about making our personal life easier, it's transforming the way we work too. In engineering, it supports designing prototypes, improving the structures, and spotting the issues early. For researchers, it acts like a smart assistant that can summarize long papers, suggest new ideas, or create drafts or reports. Most importantly for us as educators, it is redefining the way learning is approached. Students today can use the AI tools to draft essays, solve complex problems, and even create a code. While this undoubtedly brings challenges of ethics, it also opens the opportunities to guide them towards more critical thinking, problem solving, and innovation. Instead of seeing it as a replacement for human intelligence, we must embrace it as a partner to augment our teaching, making education more engaging, personalized, and effective. The real question here is not whether we can stop the AI, it's already here, but how we as a mentors and facilitators of knowledge can guide us meaningful and responsible use. That is why discussions such as these are very important. They allow us to reflect, to question, to prepare ourselves and our students for a world where AI will be common as electricity or the internet. We are about to begin an exciting journey into generative AI. What it is, how it works, and why it matters. In today's session, we will explore how generative AI is not just technological tool, but also a companion in creativity, decision making, and innovation. I'm looking forward to share real-world examples, hearing your thoughts and discussion, how this new wave of technology can empower both of us, our learners. Please feel free to share any sort of questions or doubts in the chat at any time during the session. As all we know, AI is a technology that enables machines to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence, such as recognizing the images, understanding the speech, making the decisions, or playing complex games. Gen AI can create a new content rather than just processing the existing data. It can generate a text, it can generate images, music, videos, computer, code, and even designs. For example, the tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, this all generate human-like conversation. Unlike a calculator that only gives a correct answers to equations, Gen AI is fundamentally different from a calculator because it can produce original creative outputs, not just compute the correct numerical answers. Unlike calculators that only follow the strict mathematical rules to provide a single answer. Whereas Gen AI analyzes the pattern in massive data sets and then produces something new, such as poem, essay paragraph, logo, or even background music, showcasing its ability to imagine and invent rather than just calculate. This transformative technology has rapidly become integral to our daily routines, fundamentally changing how we interact with digital tools and creative processes. If we talk about a traditional AI, analyzes the data, recognizes the pattern, and gives the predictions of the decisions. Example, you all aware of spam filters in the email that decides if email is spam or not. Or Google Maps suggesting the fastest routes. Whereas Gen AI goes beyond analysis into creation. It uses the patterns from the training data to generate something entirely new. For example, writing a professional email draft for you, creating a new paintings. A simple way to look at it, traditional AI can identify a photo of a cat, whereas Gen AI can draw a cat that has never existed before. That is the fundamental difference in what traditional AI does versus what generative AI does. Traditional AI works mainly on recognition and classification tasks. It uses the existing data to classify or predict the outcomes. That is analysis, recognition, prediction. Whereas Gen AI goes beyond the recognition and produces the original content based on learned data patterns. That is creation of the new content. It doesn't just label or recognize. It can generate a new text, images, audio, and even the code. For example, you might have all know about the chat GPT. This write a human-like answers or even compose a poems based on the prompts. In upcoming slides, we will know about what the prompts and what the prompt engineering and why it's so important in Gen AI. When you ask ChatGPT a question or give it an instruction, your input is processed by a neural network trained on vast amounts of text from the books, articles, and the internet. What the ChatGPT will do, it analyzes the patterns, context, and meaning in your prompt, then predicts and generates a relevant, coherent response word by word. This process involves understanding your question, referencing its training data, and composes an answer that mimics how human might respond with facts, explanations, creativity, or conversational style as needed. The response is generated in real time, making it possible to interact naturally, as if like you were chatting with another person. Familiar everyday tools powered by Gen AI. The influence of generative AI is no longer limited to researchers and engineers. It is now widely experienced in everyday technological interactions. Some common examples include content creation, image design, coding assistant, music and audio. In content creation, tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Jasper AI help write essays, articles, stories, or reports just from a prompt, making it easier to produce content quickly. In case of the image and design, platforms such as Canva AI, DALL-E, and Midjourney let users to create stunning images and artwork from simple text descriptions, simplifying the design process for marketing, social media, or personal projects. Regarding the code assistance, the AI tools like GitHub Copilot, Tab9, these assist the programmers by suggesting the code snippets, fixing the bugs, and even writing a whole functions, saving time and efforts of the developers. In case of the music and audio, applications can compose music, generate the background sounds, or even clone the voices, opening new possibilities in entertainment and personalized audio experiences. As already we know about the virtual helpers, virtual assistants such as Siri, Alexa are designed to comprehend user commands, respond to inquiries, manage the reminders. Gen AI in our daily lives, it's already a big part of how we use the technology every day. To begin with, predictive text on smartphones. Whenever we type a message, our phone keyboard suggests the next word. This prediction is powered by AI models trained on millions of writing patterns. With Gen AI, it goes a step further. It doesn't just suggest a one word, but can generate a full reply in our style. For example, email's smart compose feature that completes the sentence like, hope you are doing well, or looking forward to your reply. Every time the phone suggests the next word or even completes a full sentence for us, that's Gen AI making our life easier. Whether we are drafting a quick message or responding to a long email, these smart suggestions let us communicate faster with fewer mistakes. It's like having a helpful co-writer beside us, quietly learning our style and helping us sound just right, all happening in the background while we focus on what we want to say. In case of the image enhancement and the photo editing, many camera apps now automatically enhance the lighting, remove the background objects, or smooth out details. Gen AI is behind these features. It can create a pixels that were not originally there, restoring the old photos, or even colorizing black and white images. Example, the tools like Adobe Photoshop's generative fill can take cropped photo and intelligently add missing background or remove the unwanted objects as if they were existed. Even Instagram filters are AI-powered enhancements. It's not just working professionals who are using AI. Students, people are already interacting with the Gen AI tools every single day. When people post the selfies on social media, many instantly enhance their photos with AI-powered beauty filters or background changes without a second thought. If they need a poster or a presentation for a college event or easy to use the platforms like Canva, let them create a visually striking designs in short amount of time, that is in minutes. Using built-in AI features for layout suggestions, image editing, or even generating the artwork from the prompts, whether for fun or academics, these tools are making visual communication more creative, accessible, and impactful, showing how Gen AI is seamlessly woven into daily routines for everyone. And as you all aware about the virtual assistants, Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant, earlier assistants could only perform the limited actions, but now with Gen AI, they can handle the complex conversations and understand the context. Instead of simple command like set an alarm, we can say that wake me up at 6 a.m. and give me tomorrow's weather with important news highlights. Generative AI helps assistants provide richer context-aware answers or even summarize the information instead of reading generic search results. Let's take one example. Imagine a classroom not far in the future where every student gets a personal AI helper right at their fingertips. Instead of waiting for the teacher's attention, he or she could ask, can you explain Newton's third law with an example related to the cricket? And the Gen AI assistant would instantly reply with an answer that's easy to understand and tailored to your interests. He didn't just code the textbook definition. The AI could explain how when batsman hits a ball, the ball pushes back with the equal force. The perfect link between the physics and the real life cricket. The students could ask more examples, quiz themselves, or even get a visual diagrams created in seconds. This means learning could become way more interactive and personalized, giving every learner the chance to explore the topics in a way that makes sense to them. Plus, teachers could use these assistants to save time on repetitive questions and focus more on helping students tackle deeper problems or the projects. AI powered teaching tools like School AI and even the lesson resource generators are already starting to make this possible, moving us closer to classrooms where no question goes unanswered and curiosity drives the pace of learning. The personalized recommendations, YouTube, Netflix, um, shopping apps behind every suggestions of you may also like is a powerful AI engine analyzing your past behavior, likes, and watch a purchase history. Generative AI enhances this by creating dynamic recommendations, not just showing existing content, but personalizing how it is presented. For example, Netflix doesn't just recommend a movie, it can even generate a personalized thumbnail image that more likely to make you click based on your interests. Also, a shopping platform like Amazon predict what you want to buy next and use the AI to generate product bundles or offers tailored to you. So, even without consciously realizing, we are already living with the generative AI every day. Gen AI role in professional fields. Now we'll look into the Gen AI role in different sectors like engineering, healthcare, business, research. Generative AI is transforming engineering across many specialties by automating routine work, accelerating the innovation, and boosting reliability. We will take some real world examples showcasing Gen A's impact in engineering, especially in design acceleration, smart maintenance, supply chain optimization. We'll take a look one by one. In case of design acceleration, Gen AI lets engineers generate dozens of design alternatives in minutes, finding optimal solutions before starting physical prototypes. Engineers use Gen AI to quickly generate and test design concepts from car components to product packaging. For instance, Gen AI tools can create a 3D models and propose the optimal designs based on the project constraints, speeding up the prototyping. AI produces multiple architectural layouts considering structural integrity, energy efficiency, cost, and visual appeal. In case of the 3D modeling, engineers use AI-driven tools, example Autodesk, to create and evaluate manufacturing ready product designs directly usable for the prototyping. In case of the smart maintenance, Gen AI learns machine behavior from sensor data and the historical records, helping teams predict and prevent equipment failures. Few of the predictive algorithms monitor the equipment performance and recommend maintenance schedules before breakdown occurs. In case of the supply chain optimization, Gen AI can analyze complex data to recommend the efficient delivery schedules and dial out bottlenecks in real time, enhancing the global logistics. Gen AI dramatically increases the supply chain efficiency by automating, planning, and offering the data-driven logistics solutions. In case of the delivery schedules, AI generates optimized transportation plans, factoring demand, road conditions, warehouse stock, and even the cross-border regulations for the global shipments. AI analyzes the logs from every node in a supply chain, recommending adjustments in real time and predicting where the delays will likely occur. In case of the fraud detection and inventory control, GenAI reviews the IoT signals and transactional data to identify missed scans. There may be an inventory mismatches or some suspicious activities, helping prevent loss and ensure timely deliverables. Now we'll look into some engineering examples which demonstrates GenAI's power to revolutionize traditional workflows, helping engineers to focus on strategic innovation and problem solving across industries. I would recommend the best example to choose the GitHub Copilot. As you all know, this is a GenAI powered coding assistant that helps developers write a better code faster and with much less manual effort. Here is how it can be used with some, we'll look into some practical examples. I would like to share. Will you all able to see my screen? Please, anyone, can you confirm?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay. This is the one YAML file, internal source YAML file. This is one of the repository omnibus software repo. This is typically used to define internal source configurations. I won't go in much detail about the content of this. Just I'm highlighting what actual this does contain. This is typically used to define a internal source configurations for the build process. Here, this consists of a list of software components. As you are all seeing, it's having the log rotate, make, Perl. Are you able to view the screen, right? Okay. This consists of the list of the software components related to each. We have a version list where it contains what are the versions that are released related to the software. Here it consists of the list of the versions and as well as the source URL. For example, if you take this make depend or the make, here we are in this version list, it is listed for the 4.4 version, 4.3, 4.2, 4.1, and as well as in addition to this, it is having the SHASM of this particular source tarball and the where we can download the source. The source URL is used to download the tarballs. So whenever there is a change in the version release or updates, version list of the software component has to be updated. If it is one or a two component, that can be done manually. But if you observe in this file, we have several components, more than 30 to 40 components are there. So whenever I need to, if we consider this example, server OpenJRE, only one version is listed here. Let's assume that they have released multiple versions of server OpenJRE. I had to update all those in this list. So what I had to do, I had to go to that particular site, and I had to download those star balls and make a change here. And I had to calculate the SHASM and update this SHASM in this file. What happens here is, if you are having one or two component, that can be done manually, but we need to update the whole list. Means
80.
this is a very tedious. To do so, as I mentioned, we had to download, we had to calculate the SHASM.
Function
Please, Anita, please can you mute yourself?
Santosa.
Anita, please can you mute yourself? Thank you. If you're having one or two component to be modified, then that's work fine updating manually. But as we saw in this example, we have more than 30 to 40 components are there. Whenever there is a release of the multiple versions, it is not so easy to go and update each and every component. For example, for the one version, there may be more than 8 to 10 versions. So star balls has been released, so we cannot go and update manually. So what we can do is, rather than updating manually, we can automate this. That is, here the repetitive task over here is, every time we had to go and check each component released version, download the source star bar, and compute the checksum and update in the YAML. So rather than handling it manually, what we can do is, we can take the Copilot assistance to modify this. Let me show for a one component. Okay, I will take for the switch component. Just I will select this, add it to the Copilot section, add the selection to the chat. Then I will ask the Copilot to update the missing versions or the latest version of the switch. Now what the Copilot will do, it will suggest, or it will list out what are all the missing versions or the latest versions and the placeholders for the missing checksum. It will calculate the SHASM and add them to the YAML file, and also ensures proper syntax and the formatting valid. It will cross-check or verify the list that, for example, here it's already listed. See, in our file, we are having only one list, that is for the one version, that is 0.973. But in the Copilot, which has listed, it has listed several versions here. Sorry. It has given the huge list, like 4 to 5 versions that are missing in the version list. Now what the developer can do, they can verify this, and whatever the versions that need or interested to add to it, they can add to the file. Here the Copilot suggests the latest version and the placeholders. See here, not only providing the list, it also given some explanations, like what are the changes it made to the code. So it says that added the latest version, added the missing version, and also calculated the SHASM, that is SHA-256 checksum. What do you had to do? What the developer has to take the step that we had to replace. Just verify the list, and if you are willing to add all this list, just copy and paste it to the existing file. In this file, we are having in the format of the YAML. So it will provide the code, or whether whatever the missing versions that are there, it will list and update in the same format. If you are using a Perl code, if you are using a Ruby, or if you are using any of the other programming language, if you ask for any assistant, it will provide in the same file format. so that this reduces the need for manual validation when automatically it formats. Just if you look into this, the generated list, it is in the same format as of the file which we had asked for the help. Using Copilot for the task like updating the YAML file is faster, with less error prone and more efficient than manual updates. It allows you to focus on higher value tasks while automating repetitive and tedious work. This Copilot will instantly suggest the body of that function. For example, I haven't copied the generated list from the Copilot. Just what I will do here is, just I will start typing the same format, hyphen, URL, colon. Ah. See, when I typed, I didn't fill the entire code. When I typed with the same format, that is hyphen URL colon, then it within the fraction of seconds, it suggested the code. You can, yeah, you can see here. So for the, now at present for the Perl version, it is having 5.34. It has suggested to fill for the 5.36. If you want to add this, just press the tab key so that this will fill up the rest of the code, that is the source URL and the Shazam. So you need not to type the entire code. That is, Copilot will instantly suggest the body of that function, often correctly predicting the logic, allowing the engineers to quickly compose reusable code without searching or copy paste. I didn't do any copy and paste here. Just I typed hyphen URL colon and the Copilot itself suggested to fill the rest of the code. In addition to this, using Copilot, we can convert a programming languages or the scripts. For example, let us see, I'm having a Ruby code, or I'm having in a shell script. I want to convert that to another. For example, I'll take one shell script, which I want to convert to the Ruby code. Okay, let's take this example. Here, this is a one shell script which determines the version. Now I want to generate for the same logic, I want to generate a Ruby code. So just select this file, add to the Copilot, and just provide a prompt to generate whichever the language you need. Just I will ask to generate a Ruby script for the logic, for the attached file or for the same logic. Here, the key advantages of using the GitHub Copilot to convert one language to another or one script to another script is it speeds up the migration. It reduces manual rewriting effort. So I need not to know the logic of the Ruby or the syntax of that. Just with the help of the Copilot, see, it has generated for the same logic. It has generated the Ruby script. Here, this reduce the manual rewriting effort and also context-aware suggestions. So just if you take a look on this, not only it's generated the Ruby related code, it has given the explanation for each and every code, what it says. Copilot understands the surrounding code context that what I had provided, that is in the using that shell script. It understands the surrounding code, context, and logic, enabling more accurate language translations that maintain the original functionality. That means without changing the logic of that file, it has generated this. And also it helps the code explanation. It can explain unfamiliar or the complex code. See, this is in a simple script. You might have a complicated code where when you ask the suggestions for the copilot, it will give the detailed explanation. So it can explain the unfamiliar or the complex code section, aiding developers in understanding the legacy code before converting it to a new language. And also this supports the multiple languages. Trained on diverse languages, Copilot can assist in translating between many popular programming language, like you can opt for the Python, JavaScript, Java, C++, anything. By providing tested and widely used code patterns, Copilot can lower the chance of introducing the bugs or the syntax errors during the conversion from one language to another. Developers can learn a new languages or the frameworks by reviewing Copilot's generated code in target language, speeding up the skill acquisition. As of now, let's assume that I'm only familiar with the shell script. I don't know anything about the Ruby script. See, when it has generated this Ruby script with the explanation it had given, so it will be easy for me to know about the Ruby language. So the developers can learn the new language easily. In addition to this, we can use the Copilot to automate or to generate the test scripts. Let's assume that you had written a function. You can ask the Copilot to generate a unit test cases. What it will do, it will create a test cases for the edge condition, valid, invalid inputs, and even the scenarios you might overlook. This automates what used to be a slow, repetitive part of the development and improves the software reliability. In addition to this, we can use a Copilot for debugging and error fixes. We'll take one example. In one of the build pipeline, I have one error. So I will share that error. Okay, this is an error which is reported by build system. So I'll not knowing what actually it is, but only I can make out from this is it is throwing error in the internal source YAML file. So what I can do is I will copy this error. I will choose that particular file. I don't know what gone wrong in this, whether it may be a syntax error or I may be missing something. So instead of going and checking that all those things, what I will do, I will select that file and just paste that error as it is to the Copilot. So when we encounter error, we can highlight the problematic code and ask the Copilot, what's wrong with this section? Or just paste that error as I did now. And often receive precise suggestions for a fix. Just if you see, it is suggesting like what went wrong, in which line it is having, and what are the steps that to resolve this error. So it is telling that open the internal source YAML file and navigate to this particular line number, that is line number 276. Check for the common YAML syntax issues, such as the missing colons after the keys, improper indentation. Suppose if you are not aware of what all these things to be done, even you can ask the suggestion for the Copilot to modify or update the existing internal source YAML file, which resolves this issue. Even the Copilot can generate the new code. And also like the Copilot can be used not only for debugging, this also can be used for the code reviews and documentation. Copilot can summarize what a GitHub, for example, I created a PR which is having several commits. When I ask for the Copilot to review and document it, So what the Copilot will do, it summarizes what the GitHub repository or the files does, what all the commits that I have done. It answers the questions about the legacy code and even generate the documentation or the comments for the unclear code blocks. So the intention of using this is, since I'm a developer, I may be knowing what actually this code is doing. But this helps the teams onboard a new members or maintain clarity and streamline the code reviewers. And also the Copilot can be used to generate a complete production ready code. These are all the examples which we took for the existing code. For the existing code, we can fix the error. For the existing code, we can generate a similar pattern of the data. And for the existing code, if you're having any sort of errors that can be fixed, all this can be done to the existing code. Now, the Copilot can generate a complete code that produce ready code. That is, for example, imagine a developer who wants a streamlined AWS resource management for a cloud automation task. The Copilot can rapidly accelerate these cloud engineering workflows, making AWS service automation. Like the developer is interested to generate a Python or a JavaScript code to launch and configure the EC2 instances. So just I'll ask the Copilot to generate Python or the JavaScript to launch the EC2 instance. EC2 stands for the Elastic Compute Cloud. This is a AWS service that allows the users to rent secure, resizable compute capacity, essentially virtual servers on the cloud. That what we call it as instances. Amazon EC2 instance provide a scalable on-demand computing power. Users can launch, configure these instances with a variety of operating system, like you can use it for the Windows, Linux, AX, Debian, Mac. This it provides the AMIs. EC2 offers different instant types optimized for the compute, memory, storage, and networking to suit the diverse workload needs. The key features include flexible pricing models, scalable capacity, secure the access through the key pairs and security groups, and integration with the storage options like is it Amazon Elastic Block Store or S3, so and so. Now it has generated the Python as well as the JavaScript code, which I want to configure for the EC2 instance. This is the new program. When I want to develop one project which related to that code, I need can be taken by the Copilot. But here, what the developer has to do is closely he has to verify that, and a few changes that he needs to make, maybe for the AMIs or related to the credentials, AWS or the account credentials, or from which of the account or the region he wants to create a EC2 instance, what are the policies to be set. All these things should be updated here. But at least we have a bare code here so that the developer need not to spend his time to create from the scratch. One more example I can take, write a script for uploading and downloading, organizing the files in the S3. S3 is one more AWS service. This is a simple storage service. This is a scalable, secure, and high-performance cloud storage service designed for online backup, archiving, and data management. This organizes the data into buckets and objects. In the next session, I will show how we use this S3 bucket and how can we store the data and how we are retrieving it personally. Okay, so this is the related Python script using the Poto 3. So in both the Python and JavaScript, it has given the code related to the S3, how to configure or how to organize the files, uploading, downloading. In addition to this, it has provided the key points here. So if you are using a Python, how to execute that, what are the necessary softwares that to be installed, or if you're using a JavaScript, what are the dependencies to be installed. And if you want to set, as I mentioned, the permissions, that IAM role on that particular bucket, what the policies to be set, whether you're giving a public access or the private access, how the IAM credentials has to be set, all those things. But just it has provided the description over here. If you want to know the detail, how to set the IAM policy and how to allow only the S3 bucket outsiders only to access it, not to make any modification, or if it needs to be private only to the organization, all these things to be set means you can get the assistance from the Copilot regarding that. Now, in addition to this, I want to document the cloud automation workflows such as the backup and scaling procedure. Even that can be assisted by the GitHub Copilot. If you want to know the workflow and related to that cloud automation, you need a document. It also provides that related data. That is, the Copilot acts like an AI teammate, speeding up coding, automating repetitive tasks, and improving code quality, transforming how software teams works across all industries. Hope it's clear regarding the small demo on the Copilot. Now, to the audience, before moving to the next topic, I would like to know if there was any repetitive task in your teaching or personal routine that you wish could automate using AI. What would it be? Please share your thoughts in the chat box. So I'm looking forward to seeing your creative ideas. So all of you, please feel free to share your thoughts, how you can implement, or how you can any of one example, that repetitive task that you can automate using the AI. Okay. Next, we'll move on to the next slide. Next topic, that is performance engineering. GenAI automatically extracts requirements and generates branching scenarios to test edge cases, strengthening reliability and coverage. AI-powered document extraction and summarization improve clarity and communication across the project teams. This GenAI improves the data security in engineering projects by enabling advanced threat detection, automating security workflows, enhancing the management, and enabling privacy-preserving data practices. The real-life engineering code assistants using GenAI are transforming the software development by automating routine tasks, increasing the productivity, and improving the code quality. Some prominent real-world examples. For example, already we took a few examples on the GitHub Copilot. This provides real-time code suggestions and entire function generation based on the code context, widely adopted across the industry for software development and speed up the development or reduce the bugs during the coding process. And some other examples for the code assistants: Amazon Developer, Kudo, Tab9, IBM Watson, Code Assistant. Now we'll see the GenAI role in healthcare sector. Generative AI is transforming the healthcare remarkably in two key areas, that is medical report analysis and the drug discovery. In medical imaging analysis, GenAI helps radiologists to detect the diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's faster and with higher accuracy by interpreting X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans. In case of the drug discovery, AI models like Autumnwise rapidly analyze the molecular data, suggesting thousands of new drug candidates in hours versus months. In case of the personalized medicine, GenAI synthesizes health records, genetic data, and notes to propose the treatment plans tailored to a individual patients, maximizing efficiency and reducing the side effects. In business sector, the role of GenAI. GenAI is making a significant impact in business. AI chatbots are used by many business across industries to enhance the customer's experience, improve the efficiency, and drive sales, especially in customer support and report generation. AI chatbots and the virtual assistants. In this, GenAI handles a high volume of customer queries instantly across multiple channels like web, chat, social media. This provides a 24/7 support with natural human-like conversations. In retail and e-commerce, AI bots assist online retailers in handling repetitive queries such as order tracking, return policies, and stack availability across the web and messaging apps to improve the customer satisfaction and also reduce the manual workload. You might have observed in the Amazon. Amazon is actively using generative AI chatbots for various business applications. The chatbots send the personalized product reminders and re-engagement offers, increasing the repeat business for the brands. And in case of the personalized customer interaction, AI models analyze the customer history and preferences to tailor responses and recommend the products or the solutions, increasing the satisfaction and loyalty. And in few cases like automated issue resolution, what the GenAI does, it identifies the common problems and provides the instant troubleshooting steps or automatically routes the complex issues to the human agents, improving the response times. And also, it supports the multi-language. AI chatbots break the language barriers, supporting global business by communicating fluently in many languages without the human translators. And in case of the sales and lead generation, if I take an example of the Toyota, employs the chatbots to answer the questions, schedule the test drives, and provide the financing options, boosting lead qualification and sales conversations. Means GenAI plays a major role in even in banking and finance sector, where many banks deploy virtual assistants to handle the millions of monthly customer requests. These assistants understand context and intent, enabling efficient and personalized service. So this technology streamlines operations, improves customer experience, and drives innovation across financial services and other industries. Just I'll brief about in case of the research sector. GenAI role in research. It plays a main role in the research by accelerating innovation, enhancing the collaboration, and improving the productivity across the multiple domains. In idea generation, GenAI assists researchers by generating a novel and suggesting the experiments, helping the break creativity barriers and speeding the early stage research. And also for the data analysis and pattern recognition. AI models analyzes a massive data sets to identify the patterns or anomalies that humans may miss, enabling faster discovery of insights in fields like climate science, materials engineering. And in case of the collaborative research, this AI tools support teams by synthesizing the knowledge across the domains. It provides the trade-off analysis and helping the align diverse expertise towards the unified goals. And it improving the research productivity, automated literature review. AI can summarize thousands of research papers, extracting the key findings and track the latest developments, saving the researchers immense time. And also suggest the optimized experimental designs with predictive outcomes, which improves the efficiency and reducing the failed attempts. Means the overall impact accelerates innovation and ideation, faster discoveries, cost-effective experiments, increases the research quality and cross-domain insights, and saves the researcher time, improves the clarity. We walked through the real examples in the previous slides. So just I'm skipping the slide. Next is the role of Gen AI in higher education. Generative AI is transforming the higher education by empowering faculty, enhancing the student learning, and enabling more innovative teaching methods. Concrete examples demonstration how these technologies are reshaping the classrooms and academic workflows for the better outcomes at all levels. The faculties and students can leverage generative AI in transformative way to enrich teaching, personalized learning, and innovative strategies. And also for the thoughtful integration and clear policies can maximize AI education benefits while managing the risks such as academic integrity. And also the AI can help the faculty analyze a large data set for the research or the instructional planning, identify the trends in student responses, and adapt the teaching strategies accordingly. In case of the professional development, this is facilitated by the AI tools that suggests innovative teaching methods, help draft new learning objectives, and keep the faculty informed about cutting-edge educational trends. If you look into student empowerment, generative AI-powered study assistants and the chatbots helps students with self-regulating learning. They can provide instant explanations, quiz the students conversationally, and study plans to individual strengths and weakness. Innovative homework or the assignments and the project prompts, like expanding on AI-generated content, encourage active learning, creativity, and critical thinking. Student can also brainstorm research topics and improve writing with real-time feedback. The faculty can redesign the assessment practices with AI-generated adaptive quiz, real-time formative feedback, and dynamic assignments that respond to the students' progress. Gen AI enables more interactive, collaborative assignments, such as the peer review of AI-generated essay or the group problem solving based on the custom scenarios produced by the AI models. Now we'll see how Gen AI educational impact. This is significantly transforming the education through the personalized learning experiences, automated grading assistance, language translation support, content creation, and also presents challenges like over-dependence and ethical issues that I would agree. In case of the personalized learning experience, Gen AI enables highly customized education by analyzing individual student data and the lesson content, pacing, and difficulty to unique learning needs. For example, AI can create a personalized textbooks, quiz, interactive simulations, and study plans that adapt dynamically as students progress. Visual learners may receive a video-based explanations, while others get a text or interactive content matching their learning style. AI tutoring systems provide a targeted help and immediate feedback to promote the deeper understanding and self-paced learning. Such personalization boosts the engagement, confidence, and academic performance by focusing the instructions, what students has to do, what most needed. In case of the automated grading assistants, AI tools help the educators save time and improve the grading quality by automating assessment process for assignments ranging from multiple choice tests to written essays. GenAI can evaluate the submissions, offer the constructive feedback, detect the common errors, and also maintain the consistency by reducing human biases. This automation allows teachers to focus more on mentoring and personalized instructions while providing timely feedback to the student, accelerating learning cycles. The next one is the important, that is the critical challenge. Academic integrity concerns stem from the students using AI tools to generate work that may not represent their own knowledge or the skills. This leading to a rise in challenges such as plagiarism and questions about genuine authorship. Over dependence on AI tools can erode critical thinking, problem solving, and foundational learning skills if learners rely on the AI outputs instead of developing their own understanding. Ethical considerations around the authenticity focus on whether the work truly reflects student effort and learning. Excessive or undisclosed use of AI blurs the line between the assistance and the unfair advantage. These issues require a careful, ongoing institutional planning, including updated policies. That is, a clear guidance on acceptance AI use and AI literacy programs to balance the innovation with the preservation of academic standards and authenticity. The strategic opportunities for the faculty. Regarding the faculty empowerment, we already walked through in the previous slide. Here just we will discuss on the opportunities for the faculty using GenAI. Creating interactive assignments and the projects with GenAI can transform traditional coursework by enabling personalized learning experiences. Faculty can design assignments where students engage in dialogue with AI tools to explore the ideas, receive the instant feedback, and enhance creativity. This approach helps motivate the students by making learning more dynamic and responsive to the individual needs. Bridging the gap between academic and the industry practice is another valuable opportunity. Faculty can incorporate GenAI tools that reflect current industry technologies and trends and workflows. They can prepare the students with relevant skills. This includes using AI for data analysis, content creation, and research assistance. Faculty can also model AI prompt engineering skills and use AI to generate real world problems and projects aligned with the industry trends. Navigating the challenges and ethical concerns. Balancing AI assistant with genuine student learning requires establishing clear guidance on what constitutes acceptance AI use. Transparent attribution of AI generated content is crucial to maintain academic integrity. So the faculty should communicate the policies to the students that prevent plagiarism while encouraging responsible use of AI tools to support learning. And in case of the information integrity, AI outputs can reflect underlying data biases and propagate the misinformation. Addressing these concerns demands that students and educators develop critical evaluation skills. Facts, checking protocols, and awareness of data sources should be integral parts of the learning process that ensures the reliability of information generated by AI. And in cognitive balance, to prevent over reliance on AI technologies, structured learning approaches must emphasize human critical thinking and creativity. Educators should foster cognitive balance by encouraging the students to view AI as an assistive tool rather than the replacement for their own judgment. The faculty members play a vital role in setting the clear boundaries for the AI use in education. Ongoing guidance and the support help students build healthy productivity relationship with AI technology. This includes helping them understand when and how to use the AI appropriately and ensuring the human oversight remains central to the education experience. The future with Gen AI. AI as a partner, not a replacement. Despite Gen AI's ability to perform the tasks like content generation, personalized feedback, data analysis, it lacks the empathy, mentorship, and contextual understanding that only human educators can provide. AI excels at automating routine tasks and personalizing the learning experiences, thus enabling the teachers to focus more on meaningful student engagement and critical thinking development. The present integration of Gen AI in education, many educational institutions have begun incorporating the AI tools that handle grading, generate the practice exercises, and track student progress. For example, AI-powered adaptive learning systems personalize educational content based on individual student needs and proficiency. These integrations have shown improvements in students' learning outcomes, enabling the educators to deliver data-driven customized instructions. Gen AI is accelerating the evolution of educational paradigms by transforming the teachers into learning architects. The AI enhanced learning experiences. The future of education involves a collaborative model where AI tools assist educators with designing customized lesson plans, assignments that stimulate the creative thinking and problem solving, providing the real-time feedback and interactive learning materials, and automating the administrative tasks, giving the teachers more time for the students' mentorship. This collaboration prepares students for success in the technology augmented workplaces for tomorrow, while preserving the essential human skills of communication, creativity, and empathy. The future of education with Gen A is not about replacing the teachers, but amplifying their impact by integrating AI as a supportive partner. Educators can create more personalized and effective learning environments that both cognitive and socio-emotional growth. In essence, generative AI revolutionizes how we work and live by making the tasks more efficient, enabling the smarter decision making, enriching human creativity, fostering a future that is more connected, productive, and inclusive for everyone. Now, I would love to hear from you all. Are there any questions or the thoughts that you would like to share on the topics that I had covered in this session?
Participants can ask queries. Participants can ask queries, if any queries are there. Please kindly put it in the chat box. Is Dr. Sakshi Kumar? Okay. Let me
Yeah,
unmute
one
the
call.
few
Yeah,
participants.
any. Sorry, Anita. Please go ahead. Yeah, just I was going through the chat. I would like to answer as much as possible. Any tools, please specify some names. Yeah, as I mentioned, ChatGPT, Copilot, School AI is already in use. Even Perplexity. How can we prevent students from copying contents from any project through the AI tools? That is a tedious task that it's very difficult to avoid that. Any tools to make class more interesting? Yeah, Gamma for presentations. Of course, I use the Gamma for this presentation. Yeah, to avoid plagiarism, like always you do one thing. I mean, we have to acknowledge the ideas, data, or the direct quotes from others with uh, proper situations. Like use the quotations when using the exact wording from a source. Put the text in the quotation marks and provide the details. And present your own ideas and walk through available like don't use the or do not reuse your previous work without proper permissions or that, so that like there are the chances of copying that. If I had missed to answer anyone's during the break, I can take a look. Hope I had answered all the queries that which I had posted here. Yeah, thank you all. Shortly, we'll see in the next session.
Dear participants, we'll have a break for a few minutes. Exactly at 7:40, kindly rejoin.
Good evening, all. Welcome to the session 2 of day 2. Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You can continue the session, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome back again. I would like to share my screen. Hope everyone can see my screen, right? It's visible?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. In our previous session, we explored how generative AI is transforming various sectors and influencing both our work and everyday lives. Now we will dive into the mechanics of how AI operates and focus on the art of prompt engineering, that is, mastering the skills of interacting with the AI to get more effective results. Additionally, we will discuss how generative AI is reshaping the workforce, creating demand for the new skills that go far beyond the traditional technical roles. How generative AI works. When we talk about how generative AI works, think of it as a system that learns by observing the huge collections of examples. Just like how we learn the patterns from repeated experiences, it uses the advanced techniques called deep learning to observe these patterns from different types of data like language, images, or even code. Then, by recognizing how these patterns are structured, it can produce new results that look and feel similar to what it has already studied. GenAI works by learning the patterns from massive amounts of data using deep learning models. It processes this data, recognizes structures such as a language, images, and code, and then creates a new content that resembles what it has learned. To understand how generative AI learns, let's break this into step by step. First, it is trained on massive collections of data like text, documents, images, or sound files. So it has plenty of examples to study and learn the rules and patterns behind them. Think of this as showing an AI thousands of books or the pictures so it starts to recognize and what makes a sentence flow or what makes an image look real. The AI uses advanced neural networks, sort of like a web of smart connections, to examine each piece of data very carefully. These models look for relationships, context, and recurring patterns in extreme detail, much more than what we spot on our own. Then the AI has millions or billions of parameters, a bit like dials or sliders. During training, it keeps fine-tuning these dials so that its guesses and outputs get smarter and more realistic every time. Finally, GenAI goes through this training cycle over and over with the feedback and corrections. With each round, it learns from its mistakes until it can generate sentences, images, or even code that sound, look, or work much like the real world examples it studied. The key components of the LLM, large language models, and neural networks in GenAI. The main building blocks that make GenAI models like LLMs so powerful. First, any input text like a sentence or a paragraph is chopped up into smaller pieces, what we call it as tokens. These tokens could be whole words, parts of words, or even single letters. Then AI then turns these tokens into dense numerical representations called embeddings, which capture the meaning, the relationship behind the words. At the heart of most LLMs are special neural network architectures, what we call it as a transformers. They work through multiple layers of self-attention, which allows the model to look at all the tokens and decide which ones are most important in a given context. This means the AI is just reading the words in sequence, but understanding how each word relates to all the others, even when the text is long. Multi-attention is like a team of experts, each focusing on different aspects or angles of the sentence at the same time, so the model can capture the richer and more complex patterns in the data. After attention layers, the information flows into the feed-forward neural networks. That is the layers of mathematical functions that help the model further process and transform the details it just learned. The one crucial part of Gen AI training is adjusting millions or billions of settings called parameters. Each training cycle tweaks these values, helping the model predict and generate outputs that match real-world language or the content as closely as possible. To keep the learning stable and allow the deeper networks, the techniques like layer normalization and the connections are used. These keep everything running smoothly so that model can learn truly complex relationship. Finally, when you ask the model a question or give it a prompt, it goes step by step, predicting the most likely next token each time, building up sentences, code, or even the images that make sense, one piece at a time. Generative AI in action. Generative AI is really impressive at building sentences and responses by predicting the next word or the element one step at a time. It does this by using the patterns it learned during the training, which I already mentioned in the previous slide. The process starts with the input analysis. For example, if the AI receives a sentence like, "It's raining cats and dash," it breaks down what's given and looks for what might logically come next. Then comes pattern recognition. The system searches its memory for common phrases or the connections. Here, it identifies that the cats and dogs is a frequently paired phrase. Finally, the prediction step, the AI chooses dogs as the most likely and contextually correct completion. This sequence prediction happens over and over for every new word. Each prediction takes into account everything written so far. So the next remains fluid, contextual, and coherent even across longer passages. Next, the important thing is the prompt engineering, mastering AI interaction. The prompt engineering transforms the way we communicate with the AI by using strategic prompt design and advanced techniques. This critical practice enables the users to guide AI systems toward accurate and relevant outputs, unlocking the full potential of the models like GPT-4, Claude, and other advanced AI tools. In art and science, crafting precise instructions, that what we call as a prompts, is not just a technical. It requires both creativity and deep understanding of how AI models interpret information. Well-designed prompts enable the creative, consistent, and accurate responses for any application or domain, that is for the reliable outputs. The essential skills, that is the strong prompt engineering, is now a must-have for developers, researchers, and AI users, shaping how we interact with the digital world and ensuring AI serves human goals efficiently and effectively. Why prompt engineering matters? Prompt engineering is both an art and science. It's about carefully designing and optimizing the instructions for the AI, especially for the large language models, to make their output reliable, accurate, and aligned with the human intent. In art, it involves the creativity in crafting the prompts, finding the right words, and structuring the queries so that complex ideas are conveyed clearly. In science, it requires understanding how AI models behave, what data they have learned from, and the techniques like a chain of thought and a few short prompting tools systematically tune the AI outputs. We will know about this chain of thought and a few short prompting in upcoming slides. I'll explain in detail in those slides. The reliable outputs, the most trustworthy results come from clear, well-contextualized prompts and solid understanding of how models process instructions. The essential skills: effective prompt engineers write a precise, specific, and unambiguous queries, reducing the errors and confusion. Proper framing ensures AI understands context and intent, improving both the quality and the relevance. The core values. These skills are increasingly vital as more fields embrace AI. The prompt engineering builds trust, efficiency, and adaptability in AI applications, helping business and developers personalize output and scale their solutions. The prompt engineers serve as translators between human goals and AI capabilities, maximizing the model value and application success. The core components of the prompt. The key elements of effective prompts for Gen AI. The best one is the instruction or the task. Clearly define what action the AI should perform. This could involve summarizing, analyzing, generating the content, or responding to the specific queries. For example, summarizing the article in 3 sentences. Clear directive with specific output length. Or write a Python function to calculate the factorial of a number and include the comments explaining each step. This is that detailed coding task. Or remove any personally identifiable information from the sales email and replace it with the placeholders. This is data privacy task. The context is also very important. Supply any relevant background details or the information to guide the AI toward accurate and meaningful responses. This could include facts, recent events, data, or the scenarios that shape the task. Provide the sample input data or the text to summarize or analyze, specifying the target audience or the level of detail such as suitable for the 8th grade students, including the background information about the topic or the desired tone like formal, casual, or empathetic. And the person or a role is also very important. Specify a role, expertise, or a point of view for the AI to adopt in framing its answers. Using the roles helps make the response more credible, relatable, or that is target audience. Example, you are a university study mentor who provides advice and strategies for succeeding in coursework and exams. Incorporating these elements, the clear instructions, relevant context, a defined person or a role can significantly improve the quality, accuracy, and utility of the AI-generated outputs. Well-structured prompts ensure the AI response align better with the user needs and specific requirements specific to the task. The essential techniques in prompt engineering for Gen AI span from zero shot to few shot approaches. These methods help guide AI behavior and maximize the reliability in the outputs. Zero shot prompting means instructing the AI to perform a task without showing any examples in the prompt. The model relies solely on the clarity of the instruction and what it has learned from the pre-training. For example, classify the text into positive, neutral, or the negative sentiment. One-shot prompting means involves providing the AI with just one example before giving a new task to clarify the expectations. This is useful when a single demonstration can resolve the ambiguity in the model's understanding. For example, summarize the following paragraph into one sentence. You will provide a paragraph and ask the AI to paragraph into in a one sentence. Few shot prompting. Few shot prompting includes two or more in context examples in input prompt. This technique helps the AI recognize task patterns, handle the complex or the tasks, and generate the outputs that match the style or the structure desired. For example, provide two sentiment labeled text, then ask the model to classify a new one. Few shot is ideal when higher accuracy or strict adherence to format is required, such as extracting the information from the inputs or generating the structured content. That is, the key considerations here are choosing the right technique depends on the complexity of the task and the quality needed. For basic tasks, zero shot is efficient. For ambiguous tasks, few shot yields better results. Clear and targeted examples improve the output reliability and quality. By mastering these core techniques, prompt engineers empower Gen AI models to deliver consistent, accurate, and relevant responses. The future of prompt engineering. The future of prompt engineering is quickly emerging as the highly structured and field for driving effective AI solutions in 2025 and beyond. Its evolution is set to transform the way humans interact with artificial intelligence across industries. The key trends that shaping the future are multimodal prompting. These prompts will blend text, images, voice, video, giving a richer context for analysis and output. This unlocks the powerful applications and improves accuracy by letting the systems handle multiple types of input together. In prompt libraries and templates, teams will rely on standardized prompt repositories to boost the consistency, scalability, and speed. These resources embed the best practices, saving the time and reducing the repetitive work. Integration with the AI. Autonomous agents will use the prompts to drive complex end-to-end processes and make the decisions independently, furthering the use of AI for advanced automation. In case of the domain-specific prompts, industry-tailored prompts like those designed for healthcare or the finance will meet specific standards for compliance, accuracy, relevance, moving beyond the generic approaches. The automation and the AI assistant prompting, AI itself will help users craft and optimize the prompts interactively, adapting suggestions dynamically as needs and contexts change. In market and job impact, the growth of the prompt engineering is creating a new roles, tools, and opportunities, underscoring its place as the key bridge between the human intent and the AI intelligence. In essence, prompt engineering will be the main interface connecting the people and AI capabilities. With its growth, it's shifting from a skill to a central industrialized discipline, one that critical for building reliable, effective, and trustworthy in every domain. Now let's take a look at a short demo of a comprehensive chatbot. This chatbot uses agent-based and RAG technology for the advanced conversational interactions. RAG is retrieval augmented generation. This agent and the RAG-based chatbot provides seamless troubleshooting, product inquiries, and development assistance. In today's fast-paced tech landscape, developers spend an astonishing 20% of their time searching for the information across various internal sources. This efficiency not only enables the productivity, but also delays the critical decision-making processes. Furthermore, when it comes to writing the infrastructure as a code template, developers had to spend upwards of 2 hours crafting these documents by implementing and advanced solutions like retrieval augmented generation RAG. We can potentially reduce this by half, allowing developers to focus on more strategic tasks of project. This Unity bot aims to tackle this processing. Organizations often grapple with the fragmented information systems, leading to what we call information silos. Like critical data is often trapped in several platforms such as Wiki, Jira, Confluence, SharePoint, making it very difficult for the teams to access the file information they need. The traditional chatbots, which rely on a static model frequently, provided outdated responses, further complicating the situation. So to address these issues, we can develop our own customized chatbot to our organization or the institution. Like a comprehensive chatbot solution that integrates cutting-edge technologies. At the heart of our approach is a RAG, which combines retrieval-based and generative AI models to enhance the response accuracy and relevance. This means that when the user queries the bot, they receive not just the answer, but like rich responses. Now, let me share the screen to demonstrate the Unity chatbot. Hope it's visible. Please, anyone, can you confirm that? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. You can still zoom the window.
Uh, how about now? It's maximized.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, fine, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
The customized board. The problem to be solved. As I mentioned already, the organizations often struggle with fragmented information spread across multiple platforms, leading to inefficiencies and delayed decision making. The key challenges include our information silos, outdated information, and complexity in the implementation. The critical data is often trapped in, as I mentioned, it may be in the Jira, or it may be in the Confluence, or it may be in the wiki, making it very difficult for the users to access the information. It may be more time consuming. And also the traditional chatbot, as I mentioned earlier, it's like based on static models, it can provide the outdated response due to their reliance on pre-existing data. And the complexity in the implementation, converting the complex architectural diagrams into actionable infrastructure requires significant time and expertise. So we'll take a look on these things. Before that, I would like to explain the tech stack chosen for this implementation. To tackle these challenges, I have used RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. This combines retrieval-based and generative AI models, enhancing response accuracy and relevance. Amazon Bedrock. This is utilized for its robust AI capabilities, including the integration with various knowledge bases. And I'd used AWS S3, which serves as a primary data storage solution for uploading the documents. Even you can integrate with any, either the Jira, Confluence, or Wiki, anything. Just since it is in a demo, just add integrated with only with the S3 storage. Then to provide the interactive web interface, Streamlit has been used. And Lambda functions used for executing the action groups that allow the real-time intent searches. And to integrate tools for fetching live results from the internet to ensure users receive up-to-date information, I'd used Certify and Tavily. This Unity bot, what are the features that are supported? The RAG-based chatbot. This is drawn from the most current data available. We leverage Amazon Bedrock for its robust capabilities and integrate with the AWS S3 for secure data management. The user experience is enhanced through an interactive web interface built with the Streamlit, allowing the seamless engagement with the chatbot. One of the standard features is its ability to perform the real time. That is, combines the retrieval-based and generative models, integrates with the Amazon Bedrock and knowledge bases, integrate with let me show that. This is a knowledge-based Bedrock. Okay. Here in this knowledge-based Bedrock, if you observe that the data source attached, see here we can attach integrate with any sort of data source that wherever you are maintaining the internal source, like as I mentioned, it may be in the Jira or the Wiki or the Confluence pages. So for this demo, as I mentioned, I had attached the S3 bucket. Here for the purpose of the demo, just I had uploaded few of the documents in the S3. Now, okay, as you observe here, we have several documents over here. Just related to this, I'll give a query in that chatbot. Okay, so let's see that how to create and apply a patch file. The same query I would like to give with anything, either perplexity or chatbot anyway. When I had given this query in the chatbot which we had generated, okay, in this, what it will do is it has extracted the information from the internal document, that is which is provided in the S3. So exactly what we are documented as per our internal source document, what we had to do, how to apply a patch, what are the steps that need to be taken. All those steps has been mentioned in this document. So what this Unity bot has done is it has extracted from the internal source document and it has provided the steps. So that to create a patch file, what it has to do, it has to make a copy of the original file that you want to modify, all those steps that and the command, everything it had listed. But whereas the same query which I had given in the perplexity has given a generic thing. Means when if it is specific to your organization or an institution, when it has to particularly refers to your internal document, then you can use such chatbots. And the most interesting one is the multimodal chatbot. This is capable of processing both the text and image inputs. Like it converts the architectural diagram into working infrastructure using the infrastructure as a code, IAC tools like Terraform or a CloudFormation. This generates a documentation, project planning materials, and evaluates latency and cost per API. So, for example, now I will log the multimodal. Just for the demo, I had already uploaded one architecture diagram. So related to this, I want Terraform script for this. So within a span of less time, what this has generated the entire script, but the developer has to closely verify what all the changes that needs to be done. For example, like the AMI or related to the credentials, all those things has to be updated carefully. But we have a structure of this Terraform, so the developer no need to invest the time or spend time in doing so. So we have already ready code here related to the architecture diagram. So just we had to do some modifications or what are the input data that needs to be changed here. See, in addition to this, whatever the services that we are using here, for example, as already I mentioned, I'm using a Bedrock knowledge base, the S3, a Lambda. For all these, here, if you see at the left-hand side of this, it is providing all the evaluates the latency and the cost per API call, all these details also you can see here. The another option is generic chatbot with the internet search. This internet search internet searches using the Bedrock agents and Lambda function as action groups. This ensures that the user receive up-to-date information. This utilizes the Bedrock agents and Lambda functions for real-time data fetching. So this employs function tool calling to access the live internet data when necessary. Additionally, this is integrated tools like, as I mentioned, we had used Sharp API and table to fetch the live results from the web, keeping our responses relevant and timely. Hope you all enjoyed the small demo of this comprehensive chatbot. Hope everyone able to see the presentation slide, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. As we discussed that the comprehensive enterprise chatbot not only streamlines the operations and enhances the user engagement, but also evolves continuously through AI-driven insights to deliver increasingly personalized and effective support aligned with the organization goals. So any organization or the institute can think of like whenever they need a customized chatbot to handle their internal documents, they can think about it. Next is the Gen AI workforce transformation and the skills demand. Now we dive into the specifics of the workforce transformation and the evolving skills landscape driven by the Gen AI. Gen AI is driving a profound cognitive revolution in the workforce, reshaping how work is done and creating new opportunities for the growth and innovation. This transformation is not about replacing the humans, but augmenting their capabilities to make work faster, more efficient, and more creative. The workforce transformation and the skills demand, Gen AI will radically transform the job roles along a spectrum from minimal to full transformation, with almost half of the job related skills poised for the hybrid or the full Gen AI transformation. It changes the cognitive tasks by automating routine or the information based work, while humans escalate the roles towards the oversight, decision making, or the creative problem solving. The key skill demands include AI literacy, prompt engineering, critical thinking, human AI collaboration, and continuous learning to adapt to evolving the technologies. Some sectors like the software development face more immediate transformation, while jobs requiring physical presence or the interpersonal skills, such as like nursing, experience more gradual change, emphasizing the human empathy and hands-on care that technology can only augment but not replace. The Gen AI marks a new era where cognition is augmented by machine intelligence, enabling the exponential improvements in the knowledge work. This revolution expands the human thinking capabilities, like by handling the large data synthesis, complex reasoning, and generating the novel content autonomously. The work becomes more collaborative between the AI and humans, with AI aiding cognitive load, creativity, and decision making. The opportunity and the investment growth, Gen AI is creating a vast opportunities across the industries for competitive advantage, new product development, personalized customer experiences, and operational efficiencies. The global investment in Gen AI technologies and workforce transformation has surged, reflecting its strategic importance. The economic potential is also immense, with the estimates projecting in productivity gains and value creation worldwide. Forward-looking companies are realizing the need for the comprehensive AI strategies, integrating the technology, workflows, and ethics to capture full benefits. The future skills demand emphasize adaptability, AI collaboration, and continuous learning backed by robust investment into AI solutions and the people. This creates a significant opportunity for the innovation growth and competitive differentiation. Now we'll see how much will jobs change. How jobs might change in the near future. With AI and automation gaining ground, some tasks are shifting and new opportunities are emerging. We'll see an overview of what kind of changes we can expect and how it might affect the work we do. AI will both reshape and replace the certain jobs, altering workforce demands deeply by 2030, that is 2030. It will prompt large-scale reskilling, career pivots, and creation of the new job roles grounded in AI advancements, emphasizing adaptability and continuous learning. Jobs involving routine and repetitive tasks such as data entry, administrative support, and some backend development functions are almost vulnerable to automation. However, AI is also accelerating the automation of the cognitive tasks, impacting many knowledge and tech roles. The pace of this transition will vary significantly across the sectors and regions. Some industries and younger tech professionals have already experienced job reductions due to AI adoption, while simultaneously new roles requiring AI collaboration and oversight skills are emerging. Which jobs are most and least transformed? According to the recent studies and industry reports, the most transformed jobs are software development. About 81% of the software development related skills face hybrid transformation, where AI performs routine tasks like code generation, debugging assistance, and human remains in oversight roles. And in case of the data and analytics, automation of the data processing analytics and reporting are significantly changed, enabling faster insights and decision making. And in case of the account and finance, AI automates bookkeeping, financial analysis, and compliance related tasks, leading to substantial workload redesign. And in research analysts, content writers, and the graphic designers, tasks involving data synthesis, content creation, and design are highly influenced by AI capabilities in automation and creativity assistance. The least transformed jobs are childcare and nursing, roles requiring deep human interaction, empathy, physical presence, and the judgment remains less affected, with AI mostly helping with administrative components rather than core job functions. And in construction and skilled trades, the physical and manual jobs with complex motor skills are minimally transformed currently due to the limited capabilities of robotics and AI in physical tasks. Also, in the customer service requiring human touch, high emotional intelligence and personal engagement roles are less likely to be displaced fully by AI, though some task automation is present. The skills and the demand that is beyond the tech roles. Generative AI is rapidly transforming the global workforce with its impact extending well beyond the traditional technology roles to broad array of professional fields. The skills such as prompt engineering, data interpretation, and AI chatbot utilization are now required in marketing, HR product management, education, finance, and technical writing, not just IT or the data science. Interpersonal skills, critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability are increasingly valuable as Gen AI augments routine tasks and frees the humans for more complex problem solving. And cross-country AI skills. The demand for Gen AI skills is growing worldwide, but proficiency and the adaptation rates vary by region. India currently leads global participation in Gen AI courses, while Switzerland, Netherlands, Singapore are top in the overall AI. The leading roles related to the Gen AI include AI solutions architect, Gen AI product manager, data scientist, which focus on AML, cross-functional AI trainer. Non-technical roles increasingly require Gen AI expertise such as communications, customer relations, and the operations analysts, with new positions like AI policy specialist and AI content curator emerging in the organizations. The broad workforce impact. Gen AI automates both low and high skill tasks, reshaping how work is structured across the sectors. Routine tasks in finance, HR, customer support, and the logistics are being automated, while the professionals are upskilling for higher value roles involving complex judgment and the creative. What are the challenges for the new entrants and the students? For new entrants and students, there are several challenges emerging as entry-level jobs evolve rapidly in the era of generative AI and digital transformation. The job role evolution is many entry-level roles are no longer just about routine tasks. They are transforming to require more AI literacy, adaptability, and problem-solving skills as AI automates simpler responsibilities. And also increased competition. With more people acquiring digital and AI skills, competition for the entry-level position is intensifying. Employers now expect candidates to bring a combination of the technical expertise and the soft skills right from the day one. The digital native advantages. Younger generation who have grown up in a digital first world often have a natural edge in using AI tools and technology fluently. This advantage helps them navigating and leverage the AI enhanced workflows more effectively compared to others. And the continuous learning requirement. The students and the new graduates must embrace lifelong learning since technology and job requirements will continue to shift rapidly. This means staying updated with emerging AI tools and industry trends is essential to remain relevant. AI as a collaborative tool rather than a threat. Employers are increasingly looking for adaptable, digitally savvy individuals capable of working alongside AI technologies. The future is hybrid, humans with AI. The future workplace will blend human creativity, empathy, and ethical judgment with the AI's ability to handle repetitive, data-heavy tasks. This lets humans focus on strategic and interpersonal work, while AI augments productivity and innovation. The key skills for this hybrid future include AI literacy and the adaptability. AI as an augmentation tool. AI enhances human work by automating the routine tasks and providing the fast data insights, allowing the people to tackle complex and creative challenges rather than replacing the humans. AI serves as a powerful collaborator that improves efficiency and decision making across the industries. The reskilling imperative. Adapting to the AI-driven work requires continuous reskilling. Building the skills in AI literacy, prompt engineering, and creative problem solving is essential to stay relevant and harness AI's full potential as a productivity booster. Leaders and the educators must foster a culture of lifelong learning, updating the curriculum to combine the technical and soft skills. Investing in AI education and training ensures the workforce can thrive in human AI collaborative environments and drive ethical innovative progress. The challenges and considerations. While generative AI offers tremendous opportunities, managing quality bias, performance, and ethical risks require a multifaceted approach, integrating technical solutions like human reviews and automated testing, enforcing ethical frameworks, investigating in the data quality, and continuously improving the model robustness. These measures are vital to building trustworthy. The pros and cons of the Gen AI, it's an improved customers experience, enhanced employee productivity, assists in determining complex data sets. Then it can generate a new data. Cons are the lack of transparency, unpredictable nature of generative AI, limited accuracy. Generative AI systems generate inaccurate and fabricated answers. Users must analyze the outputs for accuracy, relevancy, actual usage, and the over dependence. The students may rely excessively on AI, weakening critical thinking, problem solving skills, and creative balanced use of AI as a supplement rather than a replacement for the learning in crucial. The issues such as data privacy, AI biases, transparency about AI generated content, and equitable access need continuous attention. Institutions must educate the students and faculty on responsible and ethical AI used to ensure trust and the fairness in the education. Gen AI offers powerful opportunities to personalize education, minimize the repetitive task, enhance the accessibility, and enrich the content creation, while also posing challenges that require careful management to maintain the education quality and the ethics. And the quality control challenges are, excuse me, quality control challenges are Gen AI models can generate inaccurate or irrelevant outputs due to incomplete, biased, or a poor quality data training. The probabilistic nature of Gen AI means outputs may vary on repeated queries, complicating the traditional testing and the validation. Non-sensational or the fabricated content produced by AI pose serious risk, especially in the critical applications like healthcare or the finance. Rigorous quality assurance requires human in the loop validation, continual model monitoring, and implementation of the hybrid AI human testing frameworks. The future of generative AI is poised for transformative growth and deep integration across the industries, marking the arrival of an AI age revolution. Embracing the AI revolution means preparing for a future where human abilities and artificial intelligence work side by side to unlock unprecedented opportunities across the industries and society. AI amplifies what people can accomplish by automating routine tasks, accelerating decision making, and inspiring creativity, shaping the new jobs, fresh ways of working, and great prosperity. The arrival of the AI age is undeniable. Now is the moment to choose whether to lead this transformation or to be left behind as the world evolves at an extraordinary pace. Thank you all for your time and attention. As we have seen, generative AI is increasingly shaping our daily lives and workplaces by augmenting human creativity and productivity. Uh, I hope this session has provided useful insights into the opportunities and challenges ahead. Now, I would like to open the floor for any sort of questions or concerns you may have. Please feel free to share it in the chat about your thoughts.
Yes, participants can post your queries in the chat box.
Once again, thank you everyone for your attention and participation. It has been a privilege to be a part of this gathering. Thank you all. Please post your queries or any sort of concerns in the chat board. We'll try to answer as much as possible.
If no queries, I will conclude the session. Fine then. Really, it was a very wonderful session, ma'am. Your presentation itself shows the in-depth knowledge in Gen AI. Thanks for sharing your in-depth information to all of us. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's my
Thank you very
pleasure.
much. Yes, ma'am. Okay, shall we wind up the session? Okay, thank you one and all. Let's wind up today's session.